Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Jessica. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you will always know when I am uploading. So this video is another extension of the crafts and things that I am making for my 80s themed Halloween party that I am throwing in about 2 weeks. It's gonna be on the 26th. So I've been making things here and there for it, showing you guys what I am making. My Miss Michael Myers costume is for that party, and today's video is also for that party. So this party is going to be 80s slasher themed, which I am extremely excited about because I absolutely love the 80s for multiple reasons, but also because of the amazing movies that came out during that decade. So for our party, we're gonna have 3 sections. We're gonna have a Michael Myers Halloween section, a Jason Friday the 13th section, and then in the garage, we are making that Freddy's area, and that is going to be his boiler room. So exciting. I will have videos about a number of things that we're making, but today, as you can tell by the lovely title, I am making a fire pit. So for our Jason section, we're basically doing a camp out area that has been brutally terrorized by Jason. So we have a tent, sleeping bag, this whole ordeal that we're setting up, but we also need a fire pit for the campers that they use to keep warm, but obviously they haven't been able to keep it up because Jason brutally murdered everybody. So I am going to make today kind of like a coal kind of hashed out, put out fire pit that's gonna look real. So I found multiple tutorials on YouTube on how to create this. Most everyone made it the same basic way. So I was trying to think of if there was a way I could kind of spin it and make it my own, but all the ideas I had in my head, I'm like, I don't really think that's gonna look too great. So I'm gonna stick to the same basic way that I've seen other YouTubers make it. The question's just gonna be if it's gonna turn out as well for me as it did for them. But it looks simple enough. It's very fast, very easy. It doesn't take that many items to make it. It costs under $10, which is always nice because we are decorating my whole friend's best yard. We are decorating my best friend's entire backyard, so this needs to be a budget-friendly party. So every little thing that I make, I am making on a budget. So this is something easy that can be made for under $10. So let's get into it. Okay, so I am starting off with my cardboard box all flattened out and laid out as per instructions of the videos that I watched. And I'm also putting on these gloves. I know these are really dramatic yellow gloves, but they're literally all that I had in my house. Otherwise, the little blue latexy ones work well too. Don't mind my dramaticism. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna start out with is my lights. Now, some people used lights that had the female and male outlets on them, which I thought about, but then I realized I think I want to get battery powered instead, just because I don't want to have to worry about like extension cords plugging it in and everything, and then you can change out the batteries. And also usually this one, it has the different light settings that you can choose. So once it's all built and everything, you can see what kind of light speed you want to use. So I'm just kind of spreading them out a little bit. Now remember, I've never done this before. I'm just following the instructions that I saw online. So we're kind of experimenting together. So please bear with me. So also in the other tutorials I watched at the very end, they kind of added sticks and twigs for realism. But I think I kind of want to put some in at the bottom as well. Just for like a smidge more realism. But again, I don't know how this is gonna turn out and look. I am experimenting, so we're gonna see how it turns out. Now also don't forget, if you're using battery powered or plug-in, to leave that part out, because we're gonna be using good stuff in a second, and you wanna make sure you don't get it on the outlet or the battery pack part. Now I'm trying to spread out the lights, because once I do the good stuff, it's gonna expand and I want my lights to be spread out. Okay, so I'm gonna give the Good Stuff. Oh, by the way, if you haven't heard of Good Stuff, this is the Good Stuff that I am referring to. And I'm gonna give it a good shake. I heard it's recommended to give it a good shake for like a minute. Some last remaining twigs that I'm gonna go ahead and place on the top. That looks pretty good. And then now we are going to wait for it to dry. Okay, so it's actually been about 40 minutes. I put a TV show on to pass the time and I lost track of time, but so it's definitely done. It's nice and fluffy and hollow, so I know the light's gonna shine through really good. My sticks are planted on here pretty good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut around the edge of the foam and then I'm gonna take it out and give it some sprays of black spray paint to kind of give the illusion of like the burnt coal, burnt sticks from the fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay guys, so here's my final product after I was done cutting and spraying it. I'm gonna bring it in close so you guys can see it. I love how good the black spray paint looks because it makes it look like the twigs are actually burnt and like they were actually on fire. I probably could have put a couple more sticks, but I wanted more of the focus to be on the foam and like the coal likeness of it. So the last thing to do is to test it. Okay, I know you guys can't see much right now, but I am about to turn it on right now. Ooh, okay, let me get it on a setting where they're not so flashy. Okay. There we go. Okay, so wow. This looks pretty awesome. I probably should have centered more in the middle, but you know what? I think that that's still fine. So one little light down here is sticking out just because I was scared that if I put the foam under it that maybe it wouldn't come out as bright, but it looks like the foam, even though it's kind of thick in size, when it expands, it's still pretty light and spongy. So even if you cover up the lights, like even this one down here is pretty covered up, but you can still see the light through it. And even this one is kind of buried pretty deep, but you can still see the light coming out of it. And I was also trying to not spray paint it too much, because again, I was scared the black spray paint, you wouldn't be able to really see it, but it actually comes through really well. I'm quite impressed with how this looks. I'm gonna turn this over. I'll see, maybe this little light I probably could have covered up better. Maybe I can give just one little extra spritz on top of it, but otherwise, I think this came out really, really awesome. So let me know what you guys think of the overall result. Okay, you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. If there's anything else you guys want to see, please leave it in the comments below. I will be posting more videos for decorations and things that I will be making specifically for this party, so go ahead and look out for those. Again, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.